Bob?
Yes, this is a public safety issue to me. We've had this traffic signal question come up before. And last time we allowed a developer to delay putting in this traffic signal to his second phase. Now we have another project where we're asking to delay putting in the traffic light to a second phase. But that doesn't stop the fact that more people are going to be using this road and the intersections. And I think that this creates a safety hazard if we don't figure a way to mitigate this.
I agree with that sentiment, and with that, I'd like to go ahead and pull this item and move it forward for a public hearing, a full public hearing where it gets noticed for the November meeting. Tom, what would be the procedure for that, besides that?
You need a motion and a second and then a vote. You have adopted some norms or some council procedures that indicate that the city council can pull up an item from the planning commission for your review. It states that no less than 2 members have to decide in favor of that item. So if that is a motion, you would then need a second and then a vote.
I'll make that motion, and if anyone else wants to discuss it, obviously, go ahead and make that motion.
I'll second it.
Do you have anything?
Well, let me clarify. The motion is not to table it. The motion is to bring it up for a public hearing in front of the city
And
council.
file.
Well, let me clarify that. There'll be 2 separate actions. One action could be to bring the item up before you, but you would still need to take an action on item 1.6. That is just a notification to you of what the planning commission did. Just a receive and file. So that would be a separate motion and vote. So the first one would be as you indicated.
Okay. That's my motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Is there any other discussion?
Yeah, I looked at it too, and I had some concerns. I think they got, the planning commission was, from what I gathered off of the minutes and everything, they got overwhelmed with something talking about storm drains and not talking about everything else that was part of that issue. I think also we helped them to get that place started, and it's my understanding that the next phase would be to get that light in and everything, and that seems to be what we all agreed on. To have something else go in there first is not part of the plan that we agreed on. We let the station open, then you go to your next phase, but you have to do the improvements first. So I'm glad they got pulled. So yeah, I'll vote for that. So we need to all vote for that then?
Yes.
Bridget, do you
To
have any
receive and
comments?
file.
No, I'm fine pulling it up.
So right now, we're going to vote on Ben's motion.
Yes.
Okay. I tend to agree that we need a little bit more information on it. I don't know that I totally agree that that piece isn't part of phase 1. But I think it does need to be discussed further. I think the planning commission got a document dump that night. Didn't have a chance to go over everything maybe that they wanted to go over, and were a little bit upset by it. It was a 4-0. My planning commissioner was at a funeral that night, but it was a 4-0 vote there to approve it. But I think it's going to get asked to be brought up to the council anyhow, so I think it's a great idea. So all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, all ayes.
And I'll make a motion that we receive and file the report, but with the clarity that we're going to still talk about it in the next meeting.
Yes. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, all ayes.